can you believe it? Popmart TikTok Live had released a 2023 Patrick Star Limited Mega Spacemolly 400% a few weeks ago. I cannot believe it myself. Hi everyone, welcome back to Pop It in Person, where we unbox and review, ta-da, Mega Spacemolly 400%, any blind box items, and explore luxury goods whenever we can. I have been so blessed to have friends that are very good with their thumbs and was trying to help me get this last one, Patrick Star Mega Spacemolly 400%. They only had one that was released in the TikTok lives, and one of my friends were able to get it for me, and I am so blessed. So what are we waiting for? Let's try to figure out what this looks like in person. I am so excited. I hope that you are as excited as I am. Let's unbox Patrick Star. Okay, before we start unboxing, let's look at the Mega Spacemolly 100%. This was included in the Series 2 that was released last year. So this is very cute. It really reminds you of Patrick Star. I love that the shorts is like really bright yellow-green, and it matches so well with the purple gloves and the pink outfit of Patrick Star. And then of course the mask, it is Patrick Star's face. And then as you look at the cable, it goes from like this like light pink to transparent, and again to the light pink that goes to the A and B canister at the back. This is an empty canister, but it also have the SpongeBob SquarePants logo on the back of the helmet itself. So that is what the 100% look like. Now we're gonna compare it to the 400% that again one of my friends was able to get from me. I am so excited, so I'm just gonna put her aside, or the 100% aside. So what are we waiting for? Let's go ahead and unbox. So this is the box. It's actually sealed. Again, this is directly from Popmart. I cannot believe that they released one. I cannot believe it, because this is 2023. So I actually don't have this on my collection. As you can see, it's not similar to all of the other boxes that we have, where the side of the boxes are normally the side view of Molly. So this one just says SpongeBob SquarePants, and then the back of course have the QR code. It has all of the, names of SpongeBob, Nickelodeon, Patrick Star. So that's pretty cool. And then here we have one of the side view of Molly. So it's not both side of Molly, but that's pretty cool that they kept it consistent. I love the color of the box, you guys. This really reminds me of the cartoons. I'm not sure if you all watch, SpongeBob SquarePants, but again, I believe that all of the adults or the older collectors out there will know who SpongeBob SquarePants is. But anyway, how cool is the box? Ta-da! So let's look at the card first. I'm not sure if the 2023 have special edition cards as well, but let's just check it out. I have some 2023 item in my collections, and normally they do have like a special design on the card, and then some of them are just like the black cards that we're familiar with. This one does not come with any extra. Oh, you know what? I lied. Wait a second. So this is a little bit different than, oh, that's cool. So you all know that all the instruction or care card is that like paper that's like folded in like an accordion. But this one is actually like in little pieces. Like how cool is that? And then it says Patrick Star, please keep the product in its display box. That's cool. But anyway, this is a little bit different than our normal cards. And then let's look at the actual authentication card. So let me just cover up the product ID. Wow. Okay, so this one is pretty normal, right? Like it has the 400% Patrick Star, and then under my finger here would be the product ID, and then here it has that SpongeBob SquarePants logo, and then of course the Mega Spacemolly 400%, kind of like the sealed or embossed image there. And then it has a Nickelodeon. Do you see, guys? It has a Nickelodeon kind of seal, right? Okay, so this is what I was expecting, because 2023, they don't really like make a lot of the design at the back of the card. So it's just the black and white. So that's kind of like what I was expecting. So let's put that away. Ooh, I'm so excited to see. you know, the canisters on Patrick Star, because I did see it on the TikTok live, so I kind of have an idea of what it looks like. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Again, shout out to my friend, you know who you are. In the future, I'm actually going to put a link of her business also on my YouTube channel, because she also does, she sells some of her duplicates, and I trust her because she gets it directly from Popmart. So anyway, so let's go ahead and remove all of the sticky tapes. Oh, this one has like extra. So this one has a lot more tapes than the 2025 packaging. That's kind of funny, because we always talk about the tapes. Okay, so let me undo this. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, please don't fall. Okay, let's undo the tape at the bottom. We all know the routine. There's always all of this tape that we need to remove. And then we're gonna see right away what the foot or the feet looks like. So here we have the normal Kenny's work on the right side of the foot, right? And the Popmart logo. And then here we actually have an artist name. So this is, I believe, the artist for Nickelodeon's Patrick Star. So that's pretty cool. And then let's look at what this one looks like. Let me just zoom out so like you can see the whole figure. Okay. Ooh, ta-ta-da-da. Oh, it's so pink. I love it. Oh my gosh, let me take out all of the plastic. And as you can hear, that clicking noise is normal for anything like before 2024, before 2024. So, you know, their mechanical pieces are actually it's still like the older version. Like, can you hear that, right? Like nowadays for 2020, late 2024, 2025, they've improved the mechanical portion. So when you move it, it's like very quiet and very subtle, but the older version have that really loud clicking sound. So let me just take off all of the plastic. Okay. Oh my gosh, I love this pink. This is more on like a neutral ballerina pink color. And then of course it has that purple for the gloves. And then also look at the logo of Patrick Star. That is also in the purple. And I love that they use that like really, really bright yellow green. And we all know his shorts, right? That is well known from the cartoon. So that's pretty cool. And then if we look at the cable that goes from the front to the back, it's very similar to the 100% where it goes from pink to like the transparent color and then back to pink before it goes to the canister. And look how cool the canister is. Oh my goodness. It has the A and B canister. And then at the bottom of the canister, it actually matches the shorts for Patrick Star. But this is what I love about it. Look, it has bubbles. How cool. Well, it moves a little bit, but because it's super filled, it doesn't move that much. But of course, we don't really shake all of this 400% Mega Space Mollies, right? We're very careful with it. And then look at the back of the helmet. So normally you would have the Molly logo in here, but for this particular one, you have the SpongeBob SquarePants logo, and then of course the copyright from Viacom, and then Steven, which is the designer for the Nickelodeon SpongeBob. How cool is that? Oh my gosh. And I love the face. So let's just compare it to the 100%, because sometimes the 100% have a different facial expression, but right now they're just basically the same. How cute is that? Oh my gosh. And I love the eyebrows, you guys. Oh my goodness. So that's what she looks like. And then let's look at Molly herself. Ta-ta-da-da. So again, don't be concerned. This is directly from Popmart during the TikTok live. So it's not fake, right? Like it's just the mechanical pieces are the older version of the mechanical pieces. So you have that mold, the signature mold that we all know, and of course the signature lips and the rosy cheeks. And then this one has that really bright yellow-green eyes that matches, the helmet here, the patchwork on the spacemolly, and then her shorts. How cool. And let's just look at this really quickly. So that's pretty cool. I love getting the older version. I cannot wait to put this with all of my collection. Again, I love the transparent on that cable. That is super cool. And then I also noticed that, similar to like the Patrick Star cartoons, like look how you have this little dots for the starfish, right? Like how cool is that? They actually have that detail all over the suits, and even on the boots itself, it has that dots, which is kind of cool because it matches the 100% like 1-to-1. So the only difference between the 100% and the 400%, well, wait a second, let me see the color of the eyes. So it is the same color of the eyes. So it's exactly the same. The only difference is that the canister for the 100% is not filled with bubbles. And then for the 400%, it is filled with bubbles. Now, I'm like tempted to search for the 1000% because this is super cool and it's pink. I mean, you all know that I love my pinks. So that's pretty awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay. So now let's not forget that we also have the camcorder. So let me just undo the tape for the camcorder. Ta-ta-da-da. Ooh, so this is the camcorder. It has Molly. Let's see if it's on both sides. Yes. And then again, it matches the color of our 400% from the purple to the, really bright yellow green to the pink that I'm talking about. And then of course, the Molly is in that green that matches her eyes and her shorts. How cool. So let's put that camcorder in. Perfect. How cute. Oh my gosh. So that's what she looks like. And then of course her sister or her little mini me over here. How cool is that? So again, they are 1-to-1, exactly 1-to-1. The only difference would be the bubbles inside of the canister. How cool is that? Well, I hope that you like going back in time and looking at both of this Patrick Star from 2023. I hope you guys like that video. Comment down below if you know Patrick Star, if you've seen SpongeBob SquarePants, or if you've watched it growing up. Comment down below and tell me which one is your favorite episode. I would love to know. I hope that you enjoyed that quick video. Until next time, everybody. Bye!